Live from the YouTubes. It's Monday, October 17th, already halfway through the month and almost in November. My goodness, time is flying. I've got the glasses on today because the eyes have been really bad. I think it's because I've watched so many movies over the last couple of weeks. I just flew back from New York last night, got here pretty late in the evening, got reunited with my two beautiful dogs. And I think I'm home for the next little bit. Now, I have a couple of screenings a few hours away over the next couple of weeks, and I can't wait to talk about those and the movies that we're seeing and talking about and reviewing. But as of now, man, I get to stay home and hopefully not spend more money on more trips because, man, it's been a lot of trips. It's sucking us dry. But, hey, we're here, and I can't wait to talk to you guys, and I can't wait to look at the chat room, man. Oh, my goodness gracious. So many people in the chat. Fashionable Changeling, the people that I recognize and love. Cash, what's up, Cash? How you doing? We've got already questions on some movies, and we'll get to those questions. Evangeline, I appreciate the question. We'll get to those here in just a second. But I just want to say hi to everyone and thank everybody for being here and hanging out with me on this Monday, man. And last couple of weeks, we've been doing it on a Monday, so I appreciate you guys returning for another Monday live stream. This next week, hopefully, we can do it on a Sunday and go back to the normal schedule. But as of now, we're going to keep this Monday thing going. And, of course, if you guys are here, whether it be your first time or your 50th time, best way to help out this video is to drop a like on it, man. That would help the stream. That would help the channel. And for me to see your questions, the best way to do that is the super chat route, but that is definitely not a requirement. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can, and I'm going to try to get to as many people as I can. We've got Hi from Argentina. Wow, very cool. I watched Blonde. It was awful. Yeah, I don't think it was awful, but I did not like it. I did not like Blonde. Not a very good movie. What do you think of storytelling in video games? And guys, we have a couple of topics that I'm going to talk about a little bit later in the show. If you want to hear my overall thoughts on She-Hulk, I can hit on that really quickly. You know, I have a Letterboxd review on its way, so that's going to be my full season review. Also, I've seen a lot of Oscar type of movies, so I thought maybe we could talk about where some of these nominations stand for Best Actor, Best Picture. So if you have any questions about the movies that I saw at the New York Film Festival, from She Said to Bones and All to Decision to Leave, I saw All Quiet on the Western Front. That review is coming tomorrow morning. Please do not hesitate to ask me relevant questions to things that I've seen or have been seeing over the last couple of weeks. But we do have some questions here, storytelling in video game. I love storytelling in video games. Some of my favorite stories that have ever been told are in video game form. You know, even back in the day when I was younger growing up, my favorite part of Call of Duty wasn't the online play. It was story mode. In Modern Warfare 2, man, the story mode is one of the coolest things I've ever done. So it's hard to adapt those types of stories to movie form or television show form. But when we get them in video game form, I'm thankful, especially when they're really, really good. We've got Hello Austin from Barry Allen. What's up, Barry Allen? Are you the Flash? Brody Johnson says hello. The best TV show ever, Iron Fist, right? Yeah, absolutely. Iron Fist is incredible. Got thoughts on Black Adam. So I can't quite expand on, and if you guys didn't know, I was able to see the Black Adam world premiere in New York. I kind of weaseled my way in at the last second. It was a very last second thing. I was able to get in, and it was actually the premiere before the premiere. So I didn't get to go to the premiere that The Rock was at. I went to the screening before that. So, you know, I always assume when you see world premiere, it's like, oh, that's the first one. No, there was one before that, and that's the one I went to. And unfortunately, The Rock did not show up at the one I was at. So that was unfortunate, but he was literally in the theater next to me. So I was pretty bummed out. I didn't get to see him, but I did get to see his wax mannequin. So that was cool. Was that cool? I don't know. Hi, Austin, kind of late. I don't know, what did I miss? Not very much. I just got here as well. So we're just now getting started answering questions. We're going to dive into some topics here in a little bit. Do you think All the Beauty and the Bloodshed could finally break into Best Picture? You know, Michael, I don't know. There are a couple of these titles related to All the Beauty and the Bloodshed that I think have a chance, have a shot, but it's so wide open this year. because it feels like every year there are like 7 to 8 locks at this point in the year, or what we perceive as locks. There's always one or two that comes along and pushes those out, and I'm still waiting on those films. But right now, I only have 5 to 6 locks for Best Picture. I can't comment on The Fabelmans because I haven't seen it. Can't comment on Chazelle's new movie, Babylon, because I haven't seen it. So I have to wait until I see some of these movies. But I think there's going to be that 8, 9, and 10 spot. Some of these other films could get in, man. I'm even talking like an Avatar 2 could get in. That's why I think Top Gun at this point is pretty secure. But yeah, you asked about Black Adam. I can't talk about it just yet, but I can talk about it tomorrow. So come back to this channel tomorrow. I hear Amsterdam might win Best Picture, Cash. Yeah, well, no, that's not happening, sadly. G. Colby P. Austin, what's up? Can't stay for long, going to a funeral. Well, I hope everything is okay with you and your family, G. Colby P. Appreciate you being here nonetheless, and I will keep you in my thoughts. I haven't seen any horror movies this month so far. I've watched Anything's Possible and Rosalind. Yeah, I need to see Rosalind. I got a screener for it. Was at the festival, wasn't able to see it. So I do need to see that movie. That's the new Hulu original. And it looks cute. Looks cute enough. Have you seen Jeffrey Dahmer? I assume you don't mean the person. I have seen the TV show, and it's good. It's really good. Had a bit of a Mindhunter vibe to it, which I appreciate. And it's much better than Ryan Murphy's other shows as of late, in my opinion. Dune is so overrated. It was awful, like Bollywood movies. Woo! Coming in hot with the hot take. Well, I couldn't agree with that more. I couldn't disagree. Couldn't disagree with that more. That's okay, though. Not everybody has to feel the same way. Thoughts on Alvin and the Chipmunks movies? Which is the best, which is the worst? Well, I stopped watching them at a point, so that kind of tells you that I didn't love some of the sequels, but I think the first one's cute enough. I mean, the first one's by far the best. Is it good? No, but it's cute. It's cute enough. I have a little bit of a nostalgia for it. Sharkman42 says you missed my comment. There's a lot of comments, Sharkman, so I'm going to miss a lot of comments. I'm just kind of going and trying to catch up to the now because we already got about 100 and something in here. So we're trying to catch up. Chances of RRR in Oscars. Well, it stinks because India decided to go with a different movie as their international feature. So I don't get it. I thought it was a lock for international feature, at least a nomination. I don't get it. I don't understand what that decision was all about. Yee. I'll say this about She-Hulk we can all agree on. Whether you like the show or not, thank God the discourse is over. Oh, my God. People can't take fair criticism or the fact that others like it for what it is. I agree. Sometimes discourse gets annoying, and the She-Hulk discourse was annoying. I didn't like the show, so there you go, but it's still annoying. Let's see. How do you feel about Superman and Lois TV show? I watched the first season, John, and I enjoyed it, but I haven't watched anything since, just because I've been so overwhelmed with other things, but I need to get back to it because I actually thought season 1 was really good. So I'll get back to it at some point, but I'm glad you brought that up. Let's see here. We've got, who is the best chipmunk and why is it Theodore? I cannot disagree with you. I do love Theodore. I love movies. Any Korean or detective movie recommendations similar to the Da Vinci Code? Interesting. Well, it's funny. The Korean movie that I just watched at the New York Film Festival, Decision to Leave, is a detective movie. Very different from the Da Vinci Code, but it is one of my favorite movies of the year. So when Decision to Leave comes out, whether it be a limited theater near you guys or Mubi, is it Mubi, the streaming service? I think it's coming out on Mubi. Watch it. Watch it. It's one of the best movies of the year. I will stand by that. Brian says, Austin, bummed I didn't get a chance to meet you during your New York visit due to time. Oh, it's okay. That's okay. Listen, I was all over the place in New York, all over the place. So I'm surprised you didn't run into me because we went everywhere. But no, that's okay. I will be back many times. Maybe next time for sure. Are you most excited for Succession season 4? Oh, wow. Or The Boys season 4? Well, Brian, thanks for the super chat. You know me too well. You guys know me better than anybody because they're two of my most hyped shows. Oh, gosh, I guess I have to go Succession because the tension between the siblings right now is at an all-time high, and where we left off on season 3 was incredible. But I could say leaving off with The Boys was also incredible. So, it's a toss-up. What do I always say? Which kid do I love more? I'm gonna go Succession right now, just because I'm really I just left New York. When I'm walking through New York, I'm feeling Succession, because it's always and they were actually filming season 4 in New York. And I'll tell you what, I tried to get near them. I really did. I couldn't find the exact filming locations. We actually went to one place that I had seen 2 days prior for that. They were filming for Succession. They weren't filming anymore. So I tried to get close to set. All right. That could have been my chance, but I missed it. But yeah, I'm in a very Succession mood right now. So that's going to be my answer, but it could change tomorrow. Brian, thanks for the super chat. How much longer until Dan Snyder sells the Commanders? Yes. Football talk. What about that Steelers game yesterday? What about that Steelers game yesterday? Boy, hopefully it's soon. That giving up all they gave up for Carson Wentz, although he hasn't played awful, he's had some pretty rough outings this year. Have you ever left a movie theater early? One time as a kid. Norbit, the Eddie Murphy movie. I think my parents were convinced that Norbit was some sort of family comedy, and it wasn't that. And so my little brother was a little brother. He was very young, so my parents just didn't really want him to stick around for everything that was happening in that movie. So Norbit. But that's the only time I've left a movie theater early. I stayed, but now I got up during Transformers the Last Night. I got up and I said, we're done. And Cats, 2 movies. Transformers the Last Night and Cats. Transformers the Last Night was making me sick. I was getting sick. Cats was making me sick because of the experience. But no, I stayed put, watched them both, survived somehow. What's your top, let's see, what do you think about Fantastic Four getting delayed and Deadpool 3? Fantastic Four getting delayed, we're used to it by now. Deadpool 3, I am so excited for Deadpool 3. I mean, the fact that Hugh Jackman's back, I would have been excited for it anyway, but this is another level. What is your top 5 best Batman animated movies of all time? Oh, that's a hard list off the top of my head, John, but I can tell you Mask of the Phantasm, Returns, The Dark Knight Returns 1 and 2, parts 1 and 2 are amazing, and Under the Red Hood. That's 4 Batman movies that I just vouch are spectacular, truly spectacular Batman movies. We got a lot of questions here, guys. I'm going to try to get, I know we got another super chat. We're making our way down to that. You saw some celebrities on the streets when you were in New York. I saw a little bit of the cast of Black Adam. Saw Hawkman. That was cool. Was looking for Noah Centineo. Didn't see him. Didn't see The Rock, unfortunately. I saw Caitlin Dever, so that was pretty sweet. Really close to me. She's walking next to me. So that was cool. And then a lot of producers and cinematographers that were at the New York Film Festival and sat very close to me. So that was very, very interesting, man. It was a fun place to be. I watched Dog on Prime Video, and it's very heartwarming. Yeah, the Channing Tatum movie. I actually I kind of enjoyed that film. It was cute. Sending respect from Charlotte. What are your thoughts on the Bros controversy? Nicely faithful. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Charlotte, my cousin and my uncle and aunt live in Charlotte, so very close to family there. The Bros controversy. Yeah, so Billy Eichner came out and just said a lot of stuff after Bros came out, like why Bros was a failure at the box office, and blamed a lot of people, but it also kind of made it sound like people who didn't go see the movie were against that type of movie. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not the case. Maybe they just didn't like the marketing or didn't like the trailer. That doesn't... Now, I'm sure there are people that are against that type of movie, I'm sure. But to kind of put that umbrella around everyone, I thought it was a pretty bad way to go about it, to be honest with you. Calling people out for not going and seeing a film. And people, maybe they were just getting to it. Maybe they didn't want to go out opening weekend. They were going to go out second weekend. But then they hear that and they're like, well, maybe we don't want to go out second weekend because if the director or I'm sorry, if the star is calling people out for that, and I don't know, man. I just thought it was too much. As for me, I found the movie to be really charming. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of the better comedies I've seen in a couple of years. But looking at it with the way Billy Eichner handled it, I don't know. I still think Billy Eichner is very talented. So I'm excited to see what happens next. Let's see. Finally, the live stream when I'm not working. Yes. Perfect time. Excellently on. Chris Tyler says your Steelers beat the Bucks. How the bleep did that happen? I guess it's just Mike Tomlin magic. Chris, man, I didn't recognize half those people on defense. I had no clue who those people were. The people called up from the practice squad, and we went out and beat Tom Brady. So there you go. How'd it happen? I have no clue. Kenny looked good, and they got knocked out, and Mitch looked even better. So what a world we're living in. I still don't have a lot of faith for the future, but man, that was a heck of a win. That was Mike Tomlin magic, that's for sure. Did you watch Smile? I did. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I got a review on this channel. Maybe not as great as I'd hoped it would be, but very good. A bit of a surprise compared to expectations. Did you see the trailer for Spirited, the Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds Christmas comedy? I did not. I saw a couple of images from it, but because I was so busy, I wasn't able to see it, unfortunately. Let's see. Michael, since you're at New York Film Festival, did you get to check out Till and Triangle of Sadness? So, missed Triangle of Sadness. I had multiple chances to see it, but as soon as my wife and her dad got there, I was busy beyond belief, and I had to choose between that and All Quiet on the Western Front. I chose All Quiet on the Western Front, and I'm happy with that decision because it was... I can't talk about it yet. I can, but I don't want to. So I'll save that for the review. But Till I am seeing Wednesday. I chose not to see Till because I have an early screening in Cincinnati, and it's about an hour and 20 minutes away, so it's better than normal. It's better than normal. So I will be seeing Till on Wednesday, which is why I chose not to see it in New York. But I've heard really good things about both, Michael, especially some of the performances in Till. I'm hearing we could get some Oscar nominations for sure. Hey, Austin, really appreciate your positive vibe. Thanks, Lawrence. I like the Patrick thumbnail. That makes me happy. We have similar tastes, and you got me addicted to Letterboxd. Thanks for all the content. Very cool, Lawrence. Very cool. Letterboxd is my favorite. It's my favorite app. My favorite social media. My favorite app. I love it. I love it so much. What is the most delicious food you think you ever experienced? Well, this isn't my most delicious food ever, but I can tell you the best pizza I've ever had. It's John's at Bleecker in New York, because I just had it. It's the best pizza I've ever had in my life. Nothing comes close. I loved Angelo's in New York. I loved Luigi's in New York. Those were both, top 5 pizza places of all time I've ever been to. But then I had John's at Bleecker, and it blew everything out of the water. It's the most spectacular pizza I've ever had. Spectacular. So all time, I can't answer that. I'd have to think really hard. There's an Irish pub in Florida where I had a filet mignon. It was an 11-ounce filet mignon. It's one of the best steaks I've ever had. That comes to the top of my head. Sup, Austin? Thoughts on She-Hulk now that the finale is out? Mike coming in clutch with the question. Yeah, so I got a review brewing up on Letterboxd. I'm brewing up a review. Overall thoughts, though. I thought the finale was pretty creative. They broke the fourth wall, and they threw a boulder through the fourth wall and broke it beyond belief because it was unlike anything I've ever seen. So there was some creativity in there. I like some of the Easter eggs, what it could mean for the future. Overall, though, I thought She-Hulk was very inconsistent. The last 2 episodes were pretty good. The first 2 episodes were pretty good. Everything in between, it was the writing for me. I like the idea of She-Hulk. I like the idea of breaking the fourth wall from the comics, what her character represents. I thought she was kind of an unlikable character at times. Just some of the things that she was given. And this isn't because of the performance. I thought Tatiana Maslany did an amazing job. She's really good, and I'm excited to see what she can do in the MCU. But the writing for her character, the show in general, the fact that there wasn't really a villain at the center of the story, wasn't a compelling villain. There wasn't really a goal. It felt like an aimless series at times, and I get it. That's the vibe. You want to break it up episode by episode. It's an attorney at I get it, but that part also didn't work for me. That part also didn't really entertain me. So, yeah, it's one of the weakest MCU outings, but that doesn't mean it's void of good things in general. There's some good things in it. You guys, man, I like to try to stay positive, but there were some really underwhelming episodes. So, yeah, as a whole, I didn't like the show. I thought it got off to a nice start, which is why I was more positive on it with the first 3 episodes. But after watching it, yeah, I'm going to change that slight positivity to a negativity. I didn't like the show. but it had some highlights. Last 2 episodes were probably the best 2 episodes. Thanks for the question, Mike. I haven't seen Halloween Ends yet. I have 20 minutes left on Halloween Kills, though, and I think it's been getting way too much hate. What do you think? So, Cash, I thought Halloween Kills had some fun moments, for sure. I'm very down the middle on Halloween Kills, but a lot of people were very harsh on Halloween Kills. I thought I had some fun moments. Halloween Ends also has some fun moments, but those fun moments are in a bubble of about 25 minutes, whereas the rest of the story just did not appeal to me. I did not like the Corey character. I did not like the focus of the Corey character. I don't understand why they would do that in the last film. I don't get some of the questions I have about the way that Michael Myers is handled in this story. And I thought Laurie Strode got her due in the movie, that's for sure, but was it enough to make it a good movie? No. So I do think Kills is better than Ends. I put a list out, but yeah, I think Kills is better than Ends, for sure. We've got another super chat. If possible, please watch Indian movies and review them, especially South Indian movies. We're making brilliant and mind-blowing content. Love from India. Well, I appreciate that love from India, my friend. Yeah, it all comes down to, for me, and I know there was an Indian film that everybody was asking me to review a couple weeks ago. It all just comes down to time for me and the fact that my local cinemas, they showed Vikram, they showed RRR, they struggle showing some of these other films, and it bums me out. It bums me out. So it also makes for a bit of a drive for some of these films. But yeah, when my local cinema starts to get these movies more, and I hope they do, I know the manager of the Cinemark, and I've asked him if he could get some of these movies more often. So when they do, we'll definitely have some reviews of Indian content in the future. And my apologies for not doing as many. Let's see. Mike said steak, talking about the best food. I love steak. Just steak in general. Till seems pretty good. It does. It does. Any plans on visiting Taiwan now that borders are open? Love your vids. I've never thought about specifically visiting Taiwan, but I've heard some pretty sweet things about Taiwan. Beautiful place. You get on, you look at the pictures. Obviously, it's going to be beautiful. But I've heard some good stories from other YouTubers that have visited that side of the world, and they've said amazing things. So, yeah, that would be cool. But, lots of things down the pipeline, my friend. I don't know. Samuel Prater says, can I show you my creativity? Yes, Sam. Absolutely, Sam. I want to see your creativity. I don't know what that means. I'm very scared right now. Austin, what are your opinions on Daredevil's portrayal in She-Hulk? I really want to know. I thought it was okay. There wasn't much to Daredevil that went against what we know from him as the character. And to me, he was a highlight of episode 8. So the fact that he was a highlight, I don't know if that says a lot for a lot of people, but hey, I'm very excited to see. And that kind of goes into this question right here. Does She-Hulk enhance your excitement at all for Daredevil Born Again? Yeah, it kind of does. Didn't love She-Hulk, but I'm very excited. I had Gio's in New York. I love New York City pizza. Yeah, it's the best. It's the best pizza. But I would recommend anyone who wants good pizza. John's at Bleecker in New York. Just, oh my God, it was incredible. I like when we were God. Sam, what are you doing, Bo? What are you doing? Are you at work now? Sam, are you at work right now? You're supposed to be at work. He's working. Sam's working hard. He's a hard worker. Hank's in a slump. Bad in Finch, Elvis, and Pinocchio. I'll give you 2 of the 3. I didn't like him in Elvis. I didn't like him in Pinocchio. I thought he was pretty good in Finch. I liked Finch in general, but yeah, it's a little bit of a slump for Tom Hanks. But again, I will defend Finch. I thought Finch was a pretty good movie. Let's see. You see a lot of movies. Nicely Faithful. Do you see all theatrical releases? How do you schedule what gets priority and what waits for streaming? Well, Nicely Faithful, if it's coming to the theater first and I have a review for it, I'm seeing it in the theater. I try to see things as early as possible. So if that's in a theater, if it's a digital screening, then it's a digital screening. That's how it goes. Sometimes, yeah, obviously, you watch something digital, you're going to rather watch it on the big screen. But if it means I get to see it 2 weeks early, well, I'm going to see it digital. That's the way it works. But But yeah, in terms of my schedule, it's hard. I try to prioritize the bigger theatrical releases and make those the most important thing on the channel. Like tomorrow, I've got Black Adam. Would I rather talk about All Quiet on the Western Front first? Yes, but I've got Black Adam to talk about, so we're going to do that. But yeah, I definitely, as soon as possible, no matter what. Sometimes I will wait for streaming if I miss it the first time and then see it just to get it on my list. But usually when I wait that long, I don't do a full review for them. But it's a good question, man. It's hard to schedule things when you watch so many things. When you're a psycho like me, it's hard to schedule. It really is. But it's a great question. It's a really great question. I see too much. Joe! My cousin Joe's in the chat. Joseph! What's up, man? Ask me anything, bub. Anything. 123 Rock fan. Are you a fan of dying in movie theaters? I'm afraid of seeing a suspenseful movie. Have a waiter make me jump out of my seat. I've never thought about it that way. And let's try not to ask the same questions over and over. Somebody's asking, when is the Black Adam embargo lift? Tomorrow. So I'll have a review tomorrow. Dining movie theaters. I used to not be the biggest fan. Because they'll come and they'll take your order and they'll sit there and they got the menu. Now, at least my local dine-in theater, they have an app. They have an app where you can order all of your things, get it sent to you. So all they do is they walk up and they hand it to you. That's a lot better. Coming up, taking your order, writing the order down, that kind of compromises the experience. So I like them more now than I did. What do you think of Glass Onion? Well, I am sorry I can't answer this question. I have not seen Glass Onion yet, but it looks really good. I'm hearing it's just as good as Knives Out. And if that's the case, I'm hyped for it. What do the kids say? Hyped AF? I don't know what that means. I'm very hyped for it. Very, very hyped for it. I really like Rian Johnson when he's in this element. So I think I'm going to like this film. How was your Hawaii visit? It was great. It was the best vacation. We had a fantastic time. Did a lot of stuff. It was wonderful. I just want to let you know, you should have read my very next comment to the creativity comment. You agreed. No turning back now. Sam, I am very, very scared right now. I don't know what that means. I don't want to know what you said. I do, but at the same time, I don't. Brandon's ASMR says, I loved Rings of Power. What are your thoughts on the show as a whole? Have a great day. Brandon's ASMR, I'm still behind. Still a couple of episodes behind on Rings of Power. I need to catch up. I caught up pretty good, but a few more left. So I gotta get there. But this film festival, man, it has been taken up. Black Adam, yay or nay? Dolly Trader, I can't speak on it yet specifically, but you can go look at my Twitter reaction, and that'll give you an idea whether I'm yay or nay. A little bit of both, though. That's what I'll say. Some yay and some nay. I'm a fuzzy neutral. I'm in a fuzzy neutral. Oh my god. Joe, I'm both speechless and slightly intrigued. What is your best travel experience? Well, on a plane, it's the shortest plane ride. But in terms of where we went, yeah, it's Hawaii. That's the best place we've ever been. By far. Not even close. Hi, Austin. Do you have an app, or how do you plan your movie watching schedule? My notepad. I just I put it all on my notepad. Let's see if I can find you a. Oh wow. Oh, Panthers are trading Robbie Anderson. Got some NFL news, guys. We got some NFL news. That's great. I love the NFL. Yeah, I've got. I've got my little. So you can see my. You get my. Got my little schedule for this week. And then below that is just a big old list of things that I should review. Maybe I shouldn't review. Got some ideas for videos here. So yeah, I got it all kind of. I used to do a physical calendar, but I got too lazy and didn't buy another one. I'm curious, have you seen Enchanted? Yes, and I really enjoyed it. Love that movie. Fuzzy neutral, is that when they wear those animal costumes and do the dirty? Sam, I don't know. I don't know if that's what that is, but we'll see. Brandon says tomorrow said Wednesday white noise. Yeah, that's a loose plan, but I want to get my white noise review out this week. I want to get that out this week. I saw it 2 weeks ago. I've filmed it already. But I want to get it out this week. What are your predictions for best original song? You know, I haven't thought about best original song. I do think RRR has a chance at best original song. They also had a chance at international feature, but they said, you know what, we're not gonna put that in the conversation. I still don't get that decision. Ridiculous. And that's what we're talking about right now. RRR for Oscars. Yeah, they decided not to put it up for international feature, so that's bad choice. Bad choice. If you were to direct a film, what type of film would you love to make? Thriller. I love thriller. A thriller or a sports film. A sports biopic or a war movie. Thriller, war movie, sports biopic. I love anything in those genres. I would 100% take that opportunity. Don Cheadle is not struggling for work, but hopefully he still does good in White Noise. I can tell you right now, Don Cheadle is spectacular in White Noise. There's some standout scenes in that movie. A lot of them involve him. Adam Driver is top. I mean, every performance in the movie is really good, but Don Cheadle, man, he had some moments that steal that film for sure. Collie_Wally. Hey, y'all. What's up, Collie Wally? I watch Collie Wally on TikTok, by the way. Let's see. Should Everything Everywhere All at Once get a sequel? I mean, there's still room in that story to do something really interesting. For me, it's one of those movies that I feel content with letting it be. You know, let it be its own thing. Let it be a standalone movie. Would I watch a sequel? Absolutely. But I feel content with what we got in the first film because it was so spectacularly made. So I'm going to stick with what we got and say right now I don't think we should get a sequel. Joseph Burke says, actually, Fuzzy Neutral involves motor oil, a wombat, and some potatoes. Potatoes. God, now I want to watch Lord of the Rings. Thanks, Joseph. Now Madison's going to say, let's watch all 3 extended editions. And I'm going to say yes, because I love them. When are you coming out with your full Oscar predictions? Before the month is over. I have some things to say. I still have to see Till. And there's one more I'm seeing. There's one more. I can't remember what it was. But I still have to see 2 more movies. And then probably around Halloween is when you're going to get my Oscar predictions. Let's see. Samuel Prater says, if there was one movie or series plot you wish could be reality, what would you choose? Oh, wow. That's a really good question. Let's see. Oh, man, that's a heck of a question. Well, part of me would be like, oh, yeah, superheroes would be cool. But if I say the MCU, then I say that Thanos snapped away half the universe. I don't want to say that. I don't want that to be reality. Man, that's a heck of a question. What do you guys think? What do you think of one movie plot or series that could be reality? I think Sky High would be cool, right? Sky High. Some people have superpowers, some people don't. You go to a high school for superpowered individuals. That would be pretty sweet. But then that means there's super villains. And then that means there's death. So, yeah, you go one way or the other. I know what Sam would choose. Sam would choose Jurassic Park. If there were actually dinosaurs. It'd be so sweet, man. I would love that. I really would. Let's see. Should definitely check out Patriot show on Prime Video, Gem of a Show. I haven't seen Patriot. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I'll look into it. I don't even know really what you're referring to, but Patriot. Okay. All right. That sounds good. Tokyo Godfathers, great Christmas anime film. You know, I was just talking to a friend. This was not last week. This was within the last couple of months. And one of his recommendations was Tokyo Godfathers. He's a big anime guy. Loves anime. So, yeah, that would be pretty cool. Pretty fascinating. Tokyo Godfathers. Yeah, I looked into it. I still don't really know what it's about. But it looks good. So I'll have to check it out. Let's see here. What is your choice actor for The Flash? Recast, reboot. Yeah, well, it looks like it's not looking good for Ezra Miller. Another bad thing just came out. And we know we're getting recast for the next movie. But now I'm looking at this Flash, and I'm like, man, how much more can people take from Ezra Miller before we just say, Do away with it. I mean, they did away with Batgirl. I want to see the movie, but it's hard to be, and it's hard to anticipate it with Ezra Miller in the lead role. So what would be my choice actor? Man, that's tough. A lot of people say Dylan O'Brien. I like Dylan O'Brien. That's a pretty obvious choice. Man, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'd have to look into it and think about it, because Dylan O'Brien, I think, is a good choice, and we've not really seen Dylan O'Brien in that superhero type of role just yet. Bring in Grant Gustin from the TV show. You could explain it with the Flash, with the Flashpoint paradox storyline, right? Old Flash to a new Flash. That would be cool. All right. Let's see. I do like Sky High, but I choose My Hero Academia instead. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty sweet. Let's see here, guys. We got a lot of questions here. Hoping Michelle wins Best Actress, but I think Cate Blanchett will probably walk away with the trophy once again. Yeah, that's my 2 right now. After seeing Everything Everywhere, Michelle is, she's right here. But then I saw Tar, and Cate Blanchett may have passed her for me. Maybe. But they're both spectacular, and they both deserve a nomination. Art the Clown versus Michael Myers versus Chucky. Discuss. What a great concept. Man. You can't. Michael Myers is like unkillable. I think Chucky's dead. Chucky's gone. See ya. You're dead. Art the Clown versus Michael Myers. I gotta go Michael Myers. I mean, Art the Clown's insane and whatever, but I just feel like Michael Myers would just squeeze Art the Clown's neck. But then we saw the end, and I won't spoil it, of Terrifier 2, so does that even mean anything? Now, if you're asking which one do I prefer, it's Michael Myers, but I love Art the Clown. And nothing against Chucky. Chucky's fun, but I just like the other two, worlds a little bit better than Chucky, so I have to go Michael Myers. It's tough, though. Art the Clown versus Michael Myers. It's really tough. Just put Grant Gustin there. Yeah, that's... yeah. How many hours a day do you consume content to make content, to be a content creator? A lot. It's just 6 to 8 hours a day, but that's because I review TV shows. If you review only movies, it's not going to be as crazy, but I watch a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies, but that doesn't make me good. It just means I watch a lot of stuff, but it's putting everything together and trying to get a competent review, and I'm still working on that part, still getting better. So I will never be where I want to be, that's for sure. I personally didn't like She-Hulk because I understand they were trying to prove a point to the haters, but that took precedence over the plot and character development, both of which were lacking. Jason, I think that is a very competent, very well-structured little review of She-Hulk. I love it. I love what you said there, and I agree. I think you are in the right mindset there. I think they were trying to be too cheeky and too silly and too funny at points, and that compromised the story, and the stakes were as low as they've ever been in She-Hulk, and that's why I didn't love the show as a whole. But it was some people's cup of tea, and I think that's fine. But I think, Jason, that's a very good review. Have you already seen The Whale? No, Kyle, I haven't seen The Whale. I want to see The Whale. I'm so excited for The Whale. Are you excited for $18.99 on Netflix? Yes. Anything from the creators of Dark, I will have my attention, for sure. I loved what She-Hulk could have been. It's a good way to put it, Mike. Sup, Austin, hope you're doing well. Any guesses for the secret Regal screening on November 7th? Ooh. Over 2 hours, my guess. I haven't seen that Meters Reviews. The secret Regal screening on November 7th. Well, guess what? Your boy's about to go get some tickets for that. Got my Regal app open for when we're done with this. I'm glad you said that, Meters Reviews. I don't know. If it's the Fablemans, I will be on cloud 9, because that means I'll get to see it before my press screening, which would be amazing. Could be Spirited, though. I think Spirited's a really, really good guess. But yeah, I haven't looked into that Meters Reviews, but I'm going to be going and getting tickets now. That's the case. I saw a whale in Alaska. Not The Whale, the movie A Whale in Alaska. I've always wanted to go to Alaska. I'm excited for the other show that Cobra Kai creators are doing. Yes, I am too. I think that looks interesting. And guys, I know we always do an hour with these, but I am going to have to cut it a little short. I do have to go on a little adventure here in about 10 minutes. My wife's flight got canceled from New York, so she had to come to a different airport, and her car is still at the first airport. So we are going to have to drive about an hour to get her car, which I'm not looking forward to. Any review of House of Dragon coming soon? Yeah, I'm going to try to do a full season review of House of Dragon Monday morning. Because Sunday night, as much as I want to get that review out as quick as possible for you guys, I got to get the Steelers play. So it's not happening. But Monday morning, yes. Favorite ice cream flavor? Although I could just spare myself the pain and not watch the Steelers game. But hey, we beat Tom Brady. How does it make sense? How do we lose to I'm upset. Clearly, I'm upset. Favorite ice cream flavor. Man, Mac Hall, a friend. Hi, Mac. Thanks for joining me. Oh, favorite ice cream flavor. I'm a big cookie dough guy. I love cookie dough. Cookie dough is a great flavor. But when you give me banana ice cream, there's something about banana ice cream. And I like bananas. Bananas are good. But banana flavored things, I don't know. There's something about it. Go back home, go to the dairy chair, get a banana milkshake. It's the best. It's just the best. But I do love cookie dough as well. Those are the two tops. I'm okay with Oreo every now and then. And then brownie. I mean, it's like a good brownie. Dairy Queen's got a pretty good brownie flavor. The Rotten Tomatoes consensus for The Whale is so groan-worthy. The film will leave the audience blubbering. Oh, God. Did I write that as a joke? Look, I love puns and dad jokes, but I don't love them in that context of being on a Rotten Tomatoes consensus. So I don't know about that one. That's a weird one. Let's see. What movie do you find overrated? Maybe you just don't understand the hype around it. We could go back a long time. We could go back. We could talk this year. Let's see. What's been a really overrated movie this year? I didn't like, oh gosh, I'd have to think about it, guys. But all time, my go-to is The Mist. You know The Mist? People love The Mist. People think that movie's spectacular. I think it's so overrated. I just don't like The Mist. I know it's blasphemy. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it plays out. I don't like the ending. I don't like a lot about it. So that's probably the one that I go to. Also, we talked Bones and All a couple of, about 2 weeks ago. Luca's movie Suspiria, the Suspiria remake, people love that film. It's in their top 5 movies of that year. I think it's a little overrated. Oopsie. I just think it is. Let's see here. Let's keep going here. Mac Hall says, I have homework now. Bananas in. Haircut looking fresh. Ow, Mac, thank you. Appreciate that. It's starting to grow out more. I'm going to have to get it cut again, but I like the thing that they did. It's a cool thing. Thank you, Mac. I appreciate that. Top 5 movies of splendid time in your opinion. Top 5 movies of splendid time. What does that mean? Am I missing something? Maybe top 5 of all time. There we go. Yeah, top 5 movies of all time. Dr. Doomsday, you can go to my Letterboxd page right now and find my top 50 movies list of all time. And I may redo my top 50 video. Or I'm sorry, I did a top 30 video. I may have to do a top 50 video one of these days because that list has changed over the years. That's for sure. Let's see here. Hey guys, it's Mark Wahlberg. Hey everybody. Hey, it's me, Mark Wahlberg. We're gonna go to Transformers and Teddy Bear and I don't know what else. What else is there? Who is your favorite Star Wars character? It's Palpatine when he comes back in Rise of Skywalker. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Don't take me seriously. Don't take anything I say seriously. That's a joke. I think it's Obi-Wan. I love Obi-Wan. I love Luke. Luke's amazing. But I've always loved the character of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, and that's switched over the last couple of years. So I'm going to go Obi-Wan. Let's see. Oh, we're already at the 45-minute mark. All right, guys. So I'm going to have to wrap it up soon. Listen, if you have, first of all, if you're here and you've been here and you've enjoyed what you've seen, I know it's a shorter live stream than normal. We like to get to 100 likes on this video. So if we can get to 100 likes, I know I usually go 45 minutes longer on these. So if we could somehow get to 100 likes on this video, that would be amazing. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the questions, man. We had so many questions today, and I know we weren't able to get to all of them, and that's my bad. But man, I really want to answer some more of these questions. So let's do a couple more, and then if we get any super chats, then we'll keep getting going with those super chats. Otherwise, we'll have to wrap it up really soon. What movie do you hate the most? The Murder of Nicole Brown Simpson. I hate that movie. Who wins, She-Hulk or Hulk? Hulk. All day. Anakin Skywalker says. Keep in mind, Anakin, I'm sorry. Listen, it's nothing against you. I know Obi-Wan chopped your legs off. I get that, but Obi-Wan's just such a good character. Anakin, I love you. I love you. Man. How did you like Black Adam? Come back tomorrow. We're going to have a full review on this channel. But you can see my thoughts right now on Twitter. I can't remember exactly what they are, but I can only do a social embargo right now, so I don't want to give you guys. I don't want to give you things I can't give you right now. If you could have one director be in the MCU, who would it be? My choice would be Greta Gerwig for Captain Marvel. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Matthew Vaughn would be good. Goodness me. I've talked about him 1,000 times. Director of Mission Impossible. Why can't I think of his name right now? Most recent Mission Impossible. Oh, Christopher McQuarrie. Christopher McQuarrie. That would be my choice. My number one choice. Let's see here. I have a bone to pick with Smile doing so well. When I wrote and helped to create my horror short film, also called Smile, a lot of people thought it was a comedy and laughed at all the scary scenes. Fashionable Changeling. Listen, that's why you listen to criticism, you take criticism, but you don't let it direct where your life goes. They might laugh now, Fashionable Changeling, but it was clearly a good idea, at least the concept, because it was a pretty popular movie. Jordan Peele for Blade. Jordan Peele, I think, would be a great Marvel director. And who is your favorite DC actor? So, not actor in the DC universe. My favorite, we'll say actor that plays an integral character. Ben Affleck's like the best actor of the bunch, of that like crew, you know. But Henry Cavill as Superman is my favorite of all of them. I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I love him. Did you watch The Sandman? What's your opinion? Positive on it. My review's on the channel, so you can go check that out. But I liked it. The MCU should end. That is not happening. That will never happen. So it's going to keep making money. But if the MCU would have ended when people said it should have ended a couple months ago, we wouldn't have gotten Werewolf by Night. So, and then if it would have ended after Avengers Endgame when everybody said it should have ended, and we never would have got Spider-Man No Way Home. So, if it ends now, whatever the next great movie is, we wouldn't get that. So I'm okay with getting some mediocre products if it gets us to one great film. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Favorite Mads Mickelson movie? I love Another Round. I love Another Round, man. It was my number 2 of that year. That was one that stood out to me. Such a highlight of that year. In a year where we didn't get like a ton of really great and truly awesome films, Another Round was one that was really awesome for me. But also, what's it? The Hunt? Is that the name? The Hunt? There's another one that's spectacular with Mads Mikkelsen. And let's do one more, guys. Barring a super chat. So if we get a super chat, we'll do that. But let's do one more really good question. And let's see, we're at 63 likes. So we went up quite a bit of likes with only 64 people here. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for that. I know it was a shorter stream than usual. We like to go longer normally, but I do have a lot of things I have to do today. Let's see here. We'll end it with a pretty pretty good question. Two good questions. Let's see. What are your thoughts on RR's Oscar prospects? Well, I had it as a lock for international feature until India decided not to make it its movie. So what was that about? I don't think it will get Best Picture because of that. But Best Song, maybe. I think it has a good shot for a nomination there. Let's see here. And we've got favorite Batman. I think this is a good one. Mention a few upcoming movies that you are interested in to check out. Not popular ones. Shaw, I didn't get to see. Yeah, mention it one more time for me, and I'll check that out. But yeah, favorite Batman. That was the question, and I'm still gonna go Christian Bale. I still think Christian Bale is my favorite Batman. Robert Pattinson was great, but we've just had more of Christian Bale. I really like Ben Affleck as Batman. I really like Michael Keaton as Batman. So I'm not one to say, oh, it's got to be Bale and it can't be Keaton, or it's got to be Affleck and it can't be Bale. No, I've really liked all of them. Christian Bale is probably my favorite live action, but Kevin Conroy, I mean, that's the iconic Batman voice that I grew up with. And if you were to make me choose between all of them, I would probably choose Kevin Conroy as Batman, but all of them are really, really great. Really great. Except for, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Oh, yeah, Kilmer, hands down. No, I didn't love Kilmer. He was fine. I think if it would have been a better movie, he could have been in the conversation. Didn't hate him, but yeah, there have also been some really bad ones. That's it, guys. Hey, listen, that's it. We've been going 52 minutes, which is 7 minutes longer than I told my wife. Sorry, honey. She's not used to 7 minutes longer, so I had to. If you don't know what I meant, don't Google it. All right, listen. We're here, and we had an awesome live stream. You had so many great questions, guys, and I know I missed a lot of them, and that's my bad. But hey, we're going to be back this Sunday. There will be football. But we're going to be here before football, so probably around 11 a.m. Mike said 7 minutes in heaven. Yes, that's what I meant, for sure. No. You're awesome. Thank you, Daniel. Hey, say your goodbyes, because when we go, I'm going to play you guys out for about 30 seconds to a minute. And next week, we're getting that plane stream. Well, with the baby crying on the plane yesterday, I don't know if anything would have been. Oh, my God. It was miserable. It was absolutely miserable. And I missed the last 4 minutes of the Steelers game. You're awesome. No, you're awesome. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate it. Before you go, a couple of things. We're going to have a Black Adam review on this channel tomorrow. One of my favorite movies of the year so far, and won't say what it is yet. That is getting a review maybe tomorrow or the next day. And a couple of great film festival reviews. If you guys don't have the notification bell turned on, that's the best way to know that I'm posting. That's the best way to know that I'm live streaming. You also have to have it turned on in your settings. That's the thing that people don't know sometimes. I had to tell my wife that. She's like, why ain't I getting your notifications? I'm like, honey, it's because you hate me. It's because you don't like me. But no, guys, we're going to have a lot of reviews this week and a great closeout to October. So many great things to talk about. Some of the best movies of the year we're going to be talking about this week. And I appreciate your all's kindness and your likes and your super chats and just all of the wonderfulness that you guys bring to this channel. All right. Thanks again for watching. I'll be seeing you very soon. Pickles. Still no pickles. It's a SpongeBob reference. You should know that. Oh, I love the Disney check joke. It's even better when people actually mean it. That's the best.